I'm dropping all of this. Mortal Coil is the only one I can even consider keeping, but everyone is a Handlock, not a Zoo right now. At least everyone I've played so far, so it's pretty much just the anti-Zoo card. Okay, it's the Zoo finally. With 2 Sunfuries, I'm using 1 here. My plan is to be as mana efficient as possible and hope that his follow-up is more Death Rattle oriented instead of 3-2 oriented. So hopefully it doesn't follow up with like Knife Juggler or Flame Imp Leper Gnome. Hopefully it's something like Nerebian Egg or Haunted Creeper. I can just trade here and then ignore the Death Rattle. The Death Rattle minions don't do as much damage. I can just tap and maybe Farseer in turn 3. But I wanted to play this just to like contest the Flame Imp. It's a lot of turns to tap and wait for Hellfire or like a 4-drop, so.
Put this apple on your head.
Maybe saving this one Sunfury. Hopefully I'm tapping into Hellfire with 2 Hellfires. I still have an Earthen Ring on turn 3, and then hopefully I'll have something to do by then. It doesn't go too bad. Yeah, I was a little bit scared of Voidwalker. If I play the Owl on this and use just Voidwalkers, it's going to be really awkward for me. So Silence This, I get rid of 2 damage. Silence This, I get rid of some pings. I don't think either one is that great. I'm just going to have to heal up here and then hopefully get my Board Caller out. I got a 420 donation from Weed. Hey StrifeCro, listen, I'm Blazed again. I am at this moment dying to know, crunchy or smooth peanut butter? You gotta go with crunchy, man. Crunchy. It's always better. Some texture. Yeah, so he has like the perfect opening. It's the high attack opening instead of the Death Rattle opening. This is the hardest situation to deal with. 4, 5, 6, 9 damage. I think I'm gonna have to take a risk and play Void Caller. I can play a little bit safer and go Watcher plus Sunfury, but he can still get through. And then I don't have, like right now he needs to decide whether he wants to push me straight to around like 9, 8-ish and then have to deal with Molten Giants or trade, but it's very hard to trade with the Void Caller since I have a Mal'Ganis, so I don't like every turn make like the safe play and then end up losing in the late game as well. I can't actually die, I think, but Doomguard gets me like around 3 or something. Oh, perfect. I can't attack anymore. Oh, man. Doesn't have enough to kill this either. Just, he has to just pass or something. That's not a good draw. If only I could push this to 7 in the Big Game Hunter. I think he's in a bad spot. Argus, I guess, is probably his best. I guess that works. He just needed 1 more damage. But this doesn't actually save the Direwolf. Argus kind of saves it. I'm gonna have to tap here. Hellfire does allow me to clear his board by losing my Mal'Ganis as well. Might be better off just owling this guy on the right and then trading. Yeah. I think the Hellfire is a better card to have than the Owl. No, this doesn't make sense. I actually think I should trade the other way. It's better. Yeah, I should have traded the Sunfury into the Creeper, left up the 5-1 or 5-2. All my guys had more than 2 life. Plus I have a Mal'Ganis, so if he has traded in Mal'Ganis, I get extra 2-2. That's the best one he could have gotten, but... So my goal is to make my Hellfire as cheap as possible next turn, or even this turn. Let's see, if I tap to 16, Hellfire would be at 13.
So many possibilities.
So debate is where the Hellfire BGH. I think I like tapping more. Problem is, I don't have that many sources of taunt anymore.
My shield for Argus.
Is this way too greedy? Let's see. It's too greedy. Doomguard plus 2 damage kills me. Load Up does lock out all the 2 damage spells, but there's things like Abusive Sergeant still. Like, he wouldn't be able to Dark Bomb or anything like that, but 2 is still easy for Zoo, even without any spells. So I guess I need to get something like... Oh, man. Like a Sludge Belcher I was thinking, but... I guess any AoE would be good. Second Hellfire or the Shadow Flame.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Oh, nice.
Running the program.
Oh man, I can't Immortal Claw. Alright.
I have no time for games.
I'm assuming he's not running another owl. He's gonna have to trade all 3 into the Sylvanas probably. It's not great, I don't get to steal anything, but at least I forced like an awkward trade, all 3 into it. He's gone so deep in his deck. I had to assume that there's Doom Guards. Maybe he even has 2 Doom Guards, and it's like hard for him to play both without discarding 2 cards each, or 2 cards first one. Well, worst case, he has another owl. Okay, he should have actually powered this guy, I think. Because it keeps the power overwhelming guy alive, so that I might steal the power overwhelming guy. And then it dies anyways, so... Wow, no Doom Guards the whole time. So weird. Okay. I can't tap or I die to Doomguard. I'm just gonna go for lethal here. Save this combo, Ancient Watcher, Shadow Flame. I'd rather develop the big Game Hunter than the Watcher since they can attack. Like it forces him to trade into it instead of ignore. Unless he doesn't have Doomguard in his deck, which would be weird, but I don't know, it's not unheard of. That's nice. Eggs are useless right now. I can even kill the eggs and then Shadow Flame if I don't have lethal. I have to kill it in case he has another owl, or even like something just like more damage, like power roaming. It's not that stable to leave up that guy, so. Oh, nice, get the demon. This guy looks so buff.
My greetings. I greet you.
I was thinking of using this protector here. If he trades and shapeshifts, I can just Mortal Coil it, or I could just attack Mortal Coil it. But since my first creature is going to be a Void Caller, it just beats it so easily that I don't need to waste my Sun Fury.
Where shall I strike?
Unfortunately, like I can't really trade like this. Even though it pulls on my Mal'Ganis, I'm not even sure if I want to do something like that. So I was actually thinking about just playing Watcher plus Sun Fury here. I'll probably just end up Watcher Sun Fury next turn and just not attacking. I guess that works out. Okay, no BGH. There's no way I'm Shadow Flaming that. Probably going with my original plan. It just doesn't trade very well. It's gonna leave behind a 9/3, just gets Wrathed or something, but
Shield up.
Time.
yeah, this way Swipe will clear me as well. And the Sylvanas is not only okay, like mediocre, it's not great either.
I have no time for games.
It is my only move though, so. I think we're looking in okay shape. It feels really weird to use Antique Healbot when I have two Molten Giants, especially since it's so good after Molten Giants, but I just have the problem here of having all situational cards right now. Maybe I should have Mortal Coiled the Snow Chugger turn, the Zombie Chow, and not played Sylvanas. Does rely on a top deck though. Like if I don't get a top deck, then I'm kind of stuck doing nothing. These moves are very similar, the Sludge Belcher move and the Dread Infernal. I have a Mortal Coil to finish off my Dread Infernal. I think Sludge Belcher is a better card later on. Plus, if I go Sludge Belcher and trade, and he trades, I still have to kill the Sylvanas. If he kills the Slime as well, then it'll be a 5/2, and it's a little bit harder to kill. Okay, so it's one of these decks. That means it's a lot worse for me. I mean, a lot worse for me to use my Sylvanas. It's actually better. My deck is better against this kind of deck. I'm sure he has keepers. He hasn't played them in a while.
I must safeguard them.
It just, I guess, I'm trying to hope he doesn't have Ancient of Lures and he's running out of cards. The Wrath gives him a pretty good shot at drawing it though. That was a pretty big pickup. I think this combo, because even if he silences the Drake, if he can't get through, oh he can, never mind. Then he'd leave up a 4/1, but he can get through anyways, just attack both, silence and then hero power. It does set it up pretty well for me to AoE though. If he plays the second keeper here, I can just Hellfire plus Mortal Coil, clear his whole board. I think Athene's deck is a lie. So if he doesn't actually draw his Ancient Lore soon, he's gonna just fizzle out. I'm a little bit hesitant to use Argus on these two because of Black Knight. Once you see Ancient War, because they're not using the combo probably, they have more tech cards generally. This is quite weird. I might have to leave it up. Let me tap first. Okay, so having the Sun Fury is really important. I think I can get away with playing an Argus here.
My shield.
My regret is I'm not at 16 after this. Hopefully, if something goes really bad, I can just kill Bimbot and maybe hurt myself. Because I also have the Molten Giant plus Shadow Flame out. Like, there's a lot of things that can go bad here. I'm basically playing into like every situational card right now. Not everyone, not Big Game Hunter, but the other two, Black Knight, MC Tech. So no MC Tech.
None.
Okay, so I did get Black Knighted. I really want it to hit face because, especially if I stick a minion, I can use the minion to supplement my Shadow Flame. So I might be able to Shadow Flame my Watcher instead of a Giant. And also, if it hits face, I might be able to do everything, like Watcher, Shadow Flame, and Giant. Hopefully Boombot kills me. Nice. He's already used his Black Knight. If he has Big Game Hunter, he's going to Big Game Hunter the Taunted Molten. But then I think I'd still rather activate this Watcher than taunt the other Molten Giant, so...
I've got the beast in my sight.
Actually, yeah, I can Shadow Flame the Sun Fury after attacking here. Yeah, he's trying to think if he should make the awkward attack to play around Shadow Flame. But then the problem is if he does make the attack, I might not need to Shadow Flame because this board might be too weak. We'll see though. Yeah, it looks like I don't need to now. If I top deck Draxus, he's dead because I have a lead on board. It's like a safe Draxus, then I can grind him out with Inferno. Okay, so 4 cards left. It has to be coming soon. Draxus is kind of like your way of grinding out anyone. That's kind of the reason why I like this deck a lot. You have 2 ways to play Draxus. One is like if you're playing grinding matchups, you go out of your way to keep it in the demon form where you can make Infernos. And then in the more aggro matchups like against Mech Mage, where that's totally irrelevant, you try to cheat it out with Voidcaller and then taunt it up with Sun Fury and stuff, so.
Where shall I strike?
Oh. That's what we want to see. Wait, Dev Lethal. I'm off by 1. Okay. Even with the Shadow Flame, I'm off by 1. I can attack here in the Shadow Flame. It's still off by 1.
You face Jaraxxus, Peridon Lord of the Burning Legion.
I want to value my life really highly post Draxus. I don't want to attack into the Druid Claw. I could have attacked my Belcher and my Draxus into it, but too much damage. First Ancient Lore. It's pretty unlucky. I was actually kind of assuming his deck had Harrison Jones as well, because Ramp Druid, you need a lot of situational cards. Since your deck is so slow, you need to kill those weapons, and Black Knight, like you need pretty much everything as Ramp Druid. I guess you can afford to cut like some of them. Harrison's one you can cut.
I must safeguard the land.
I'm gonna mulligan Dark Bomb. Just go big. Basically, I want to be the one having minions out. Basically, Dark Bomb's mostly for his 3-drops, like on turn 3, but I'm mostly feeling like I should just coin out a 4-drop, either a Drake or the other one, Void Caller. So this hand is probably going to be Drake.
My eyes are open.
I could Dark Bomb Zombie Chow, but that's not nearly as good. Like, this actually gives me a way to kill his Violet Teacher, whereas if I put it the other way, I can't. It's not even that good to sap right now. Like, I don't actually have another 4-drop. He saps, I just replay it. He doesn't have enough of a tempo lead where sap is good. Dude, it's much better just to ignore this guy and go big with the Drake than to Dark Bomb, play the Chow. And then I don't have the Dark Bomb to deal with the Violet Teacher if he just plays that turn 4. Backstab Eviscerate will kill it. Okay, that's good he doesn't have a backstab. Get an extra 3/3 from this deal here. I'm valuing tap more than playing Big Game Hunter. I mean, it's not often people use Dr. Boom, but sometimes people use Dr. Boom. Also, it's just not that good. Like, one Fan of Knives kills everything. An extra tap is pretty big. Nice. No backstab. Definitely feel like I need to lock out his spells this turn since he has spell power left over. Whoa, now he backstabs. Okay, that works out, but not a great turn for him. Anytime they have to play a 5-mana backstab, it's not that good. Yeah, I could have traded and not Oracle and develop the Watcher instead, but since Watcher can't attack, I'd rather have this Chow anyways. Plus, I don't think there's a lot of Oracle targets, might as well just use it. Especially since my next turn is pretty locked up in Dr. Boom, so...
I am ready to learn.
And I wasn't planning on activating the Watcher next turn. That's super annoying, but... With the 1-charge knife, I'm a lot less scared of dying. And also, Violet Teacher, it's hard to prep oil. You might buff the other guys that come out. I still don't have another demon. It's hard to play this Void Caller. I don't think Dr. Boom's too weak to sap. Although if I do get sap, I'm gonna discard a card. Probably getting sapped. Oh. Okay, I can't Shadow Flame. I'm a little bit unsure whether I even need a Silence Van Cleave since 4/4 and 2/2 it's not that big of a difference. I could just taunt these up tapped and get myself closer to Molten Giant range. Problem is I don't actually have another taunt, so getting a Molten Giant range without another taunt isn't that great. Another thing I was thinking about is whether to kill Lotheb or this Teacher. Since for the most part my stuff trades with Lotheb anyways, these two only I guess. But because of Shadow Flame, I can probably just Shadow Flame the 1/1s next turn, even if he has a lot of them. This is pretty good because against Blade Flurry I have these 2 taunts, so he can't attack me first before Blade Flurry. He has to like Blade Flurry a 4/2 weapon if he wants to Blade Flurry for the most part. I get a feeling this is just like what I guess the list that Purple drinks lists or Orange. I think after seeing the Edwin Van Cleef, that's what they probably use. I almost feel like that list didn't have Violet Teacher though, like the gadgets. I don't know.
Pay attention, class.
We'll see. Oh, he's gonna have a whole ton of 1/1s, but I'll Shadow Flame.
I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn.
No, that's not even a lot of 1/1s. I need a Shadow Flame for 5. Actually, why even Shadow Flame at this point? Let's play this plus the Void Color. I have to lose a lot of damage. That feels kind of sick, but it's better to set up my board than like attack and Shadow Flame. Since Handlock's not a burst deck, I like building my board up. I can actually cheat out Mal'Ganis by attacking here. That's something I'm really interested in doing against Rogue, probably. Well, I guess I'm cheating out Mal'Ganis. It's going to do something really weird. I'm going to tap before Mal'Ganis comes out. I want to go to 14. Yeah, if I tap, I can play double Molten. Hopefully I don't get another demon. Okay, perfect. Okay, I can ignore that. Oh, I just realized this is actually a problem for him, the Watcher. Since anytime he Tinker Oils, there's a chance that he Tinker Oils the Watcher, and he can't attack with it. GG.
This guy's toast.
Sometimes you just auto-win against Rogue when they get a hand like this. Rogue is always that little inconsistency.